us? So if you can hear us, you can write on the chat if you can hear us, please. And we will start the presentation. Thank you, Adele, for your answer. So I will wait maybe 1 minute just to have more people and we will start. Thank you, Young, for your reply. Okay, so I think we can start. So, good morning, everyone. Hope you are doing well. So, today, if you're here, is to discover all about the HEC Paris Master in Management program with us. Join the Schooling Friends. So nice to meet you. My name is Ellen Mafulu. I'm the International Project Manager at Join the Schooling Friends, responsible of Africa area. And today I'm here with Victoria. So I will let you introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Victoria, and I represent HEC Paris today. I'm a recruitment manager in charge of UK, Northern Ireland, Northern Europe, Western Europe, and India. So it's a pleasure to be here today and present our master programs for you.
Thank you so much. So, first of all, I will present you Join the Schooling Friends. Then Victoria will explain you all about the Master in Management program at HEC Paris. And at the end, we'll have a Q&A session. If you have any question during our presentation, you can write it on the chat and we'll reply at the end. But before to start, I will also would like to introduce my colleague. So
Hello everyone, my name is Jing Ye. I'm responsible for the China region. If you have any question, you can just type in the chat to answer us. And also you can just send us email to ask.
yes, thank you. So, what is Join the Schooling Friends? So, Join the Schooling Friends, as you know, we are not a business school, but we are a service of Paris Chamber of Commerce, and we support 5 business schools in the recruitment of international students. So, the 5 business schools, as you know, are HEC Paris, ESCP Business School, Schema, Université, and UNIO. So, the main advantage by applying through Join Schooling Friends is that you will apply with only one application to the Master in Management program, and your application will be sent to this 5 business school, the top French ranked business school, as you know. So to apply is so a lot of time candidate ask me, is there any student profile? The answer is no, but to apply you must meet the following requirements. So you need to have obtained a diploma or be in the final year of your graduation, and you need also that to have, if you're already graduated, your diploma need to be issued by an institution outside of France and recognized by your country. So to sum up, you need to have a diploma, at least 3 years of studies, and outside of France. Or if you are not graduated yet, you need to be in your last year of study. So how to apply? To apply is very simple. You will need to create an online application to our website. So you can see here our website is joinerschoolingfriends.com. You will fill a form, very simple, with your personal information, and also will ask you to upload some documents. So here is the list that you will need to upload on your application. So it's your academic transcript, your license, your bachelor or your banker is if you're from China, your diploma if you're already graduated. If not, you will need to upload a certificate of school enrollment stating that you will be graduated in 2023. Then you will need to upload a management test. So the 5 business school required this management test, a GMAT. a GRE, or a stage match. Also, an English test as a TOEIC, IELTS, TOEFL, or Cambridge. Also, we need to upload 2 letters of recommendation. The letter can be academic or professional, an ID as a selfie picture, your resume, of course, a copy of your passport or ID, and finally, the valid proof of payment. So when you apply to join a school in France, you will need to pay fees of 200 euro. Also, after you will upload your document, you will need to answer to motivation question. So you don't need to upload a letter of motivation, but the five business school required to answer to this question. So the question are the following. So what achievement are you most proud of? Describe a situation of failure. What lessons did you learn from it? How does your application add value to the business school? Please specify your preferred choice among our business school and why. What extracurricular activity have you done in the past few years? And finally, how do you plan to finance your studies? So you will need to answer to this motivation question. So after that you have created your application through our website, that you have uploaded your document and you answer the motivation question, you receive your eligibility receipt for the interview. And so you will receive it between 2 and 3 weeks after the session deadline, and you will receive it by email. So to have an interview, you need to have you need to have been selected at least by one business school. So, for instance, if, as I explained you before, the main advantage by applying to join a school in France is that you will create one application, and your application will be sent to the five business school. And so, to know if you're eligible for the interview, if you are eligible, for example, to 3 business school among the five, you will have only one interview. You will have only one interview, and your interview with your members and your interview grid will be sent to the 3 business school who have made you eligible for the interview. So it's also another advantage by applying to join a school in France is that you'll have only one interview, even if you are eligible for one or to the 5 business school. So it's a very great opportunity to apply to join a school in France. So how the interview will go. So the interview will be organized in 1 hour exam center. So it can be Campus France, Alliance Française, Chambre of Commerce, French Embassy. So the interview will be abroad, and it will be in the city of your choice. So mainly we are in the main capital. So it will be in a big city. As I explained, you will have a unique interview for the school who have made you eligible for this interview. It will be a 30-minute interview in English, of course. And the dream member will be alumni from this business school. And so the interview will be based mainly on your personality, your motivation, your professional project, and maybe they will ask you some general question about the news, etc. So as I explained you previously, it's very important to take time when you will answer to the motivation question because the dream member will have your resume and also the answer of your motivation question. So really take time when you're replying to this question. And so you will have your admission result approximately 15 days after the end of the interview period. And so you will be also informed by email. So us, the Journey School Influence team, will send you the links of the business school website to check your results. So to sum up, uh, here is the process when you apply to Journey School in France. So first, you apply on our website, so journeyschoolinfrance.com. You create an application and upload the document and answer to the motivation question. Then the five business schools decide if you are eligible. Third, you are eligible for the interview and you're invited to an interview. It's a face-to-face interview, but it's also possible that you have an online interview. For example, because of the COVID situation, we also organize online interview, but we do everything to maintain a face-to-face interview. And then you will receive your admission results. So to give you an idea, here is it's our calendar for this year. So currently we are in 1-2. So if you have all the required documents, I highly suggest you to apply for the second round with the deadline on January 6th. You will have your eligibility result for the interview end of January. The interview period will be from February 2nd to February 11th, and you will have your admission result end of February. So as you know, when you apply to a session, the process is very short. So you will apply at the beginning of January and you will have your admission result end of January. If you decided to apply to next one as 1-3 or 1-4, the date will change, of course. So for 1-3, the deadline will be on March 3rd. You will have your admission result end of April. And if you decide to apply on our last round of the year, the 1-4, the deadline will be on May 2nd and we will have your result end of June. So really, my advice is that if you already have all the documents, I highly suggest you to apply earlier because you will have earlier your admission result and you can prepare your venue in France and maybe if a business could have scholarships, you can also ask, so it will be better for you. So here is the presentation of Join School in France, and I will let Victoria start with the presentation of HEC Paris.
So, hello again, everyone who is listening to us. I'm a recruitment manager for HEC Paris pre-experience programs, and I'm happy to present our Master in Management and HEC Paris in general. So, let's start with what is HEC Paris. HEC Paris is one of the oldest and one of the best French business schools. We were founded in 1881, which means that we are older than the Eiffel Tower itself. We offer a wide range of the programs starting from pre-experience programs for students who have less than 3 years of professional experience, MBA programs, executive MBA, executive masters, PhD programs, certificates, and summer school. I really think that our rankings speak for themselves, but well, this year again, we were ranked number one business school in Europe. We are famous for our master in management and master in international finance. You can see that we have around 4,500 students in various degrees programs of more than 150 nationalities. Diversity is one of our key values at HEC, and you will never be surrounded with only French people at HEC. There are always so many nationalities in the class: British, German, Indians, Chinese. There are more than 150 nationalities represented on campus. 64% of our students are international. We have more than 130 international partners, including 44 corporate partners. We are also ranked number 3 in that in the Alma Mater Index, which means that we have, after Stanford and Harvard, we have the most alumni represented in top 500 Fortune companies CEOs. Our alumni network is one of the biggest in the world, and in Europe is 68,000 people. And now I will speak about our teaching philosophy. So at HEC Paris, we believe in maximizing your class hours by minimizing your class size. So you'll have more than 380 hours of class hours per year, and your classes are the average size is from 25 to 50 students per classroom. The classes are always taught by a main instructor and never by a teaching assistant. Uh, HEC is very famous for being a school that not only gives you the theoretical base, but we really prepare you for the future career. So 50% of our classes are taught by actual practitioners who have already an accomplished career in the field of their research. So their main field is not that they are s- professors full time at HEC, but they are actually work in those companies that you aspire to work for. During your studies at HEC, you will work a lot on real life case studies, various company projects, and just really we have this hands-on experience that will allow you gain professional experience while you're still being a student at HEC. Also, we are very proud of our strong campus social life, our networking events, our career services that will be able to help you throughout your studies in order for you to prepare for the best internships, for the best full-time position. We have a personal development program that was created by our career service to help our students in their search for jobs. Now I will present our Master in Management, which is a 2-year program. First of all, I'll speak a little bit about the class profile of the last year. So we have 250 international students of more than 50 nationalities. 40% of those are female students. The average age is 23 years old, and the average GMAT is 700. So you can see on the slide former university location and former student backgrounds. So our master management is open to students from all various backgrounds. No matter what kind of bachelor's degree you had, you are eligible for our master in management. So humanities, economics, engineering, business and management, sciences, mathematics, anything can work for our master management. 70% of our classes have completed their bachelor's in Europe. Then we also have a significant amount of students who did their bachelor's in Asia, in both Americas, Africa, and Middle East. So our master in management is a 2-year program with an optional gap year in between. I'll talk a little bit about the first year of master in management. So obviously you start in September. You will be following core courses, elective courses, consulting projects, real life case studies, various conferences. On the slide, you can see the example of some elective courses and core courses that students are pursuing this year and in previous years. After the first year generalistic phase, you will have an option to do a gap year during which you will be doing internships, and a lot of our students actually secure a full-time position in the companies that they did internship in during their optional gap year. Also, our career services will provide all the support for you in order for you to find the best suiting internship. And then we will go to the second year of Master in Management, which is the most interesting phase from my point of view. It's called a specialization phase. So at HEC, there are multiple ways how you can spend your specialization. First of all, you can either choose one of the specialized masters that we offer. So it can be marketing, can be international finance, can be sustainability, can be entrepreneurship. So it really depends on what kind of specialized master you're interested in. And then in January of the first year of master in management, you will be able to choose what kind of specialization you want. We also provide a wide range of double degrees that are available from our partners institutions. For example, Yale University, Hong Kong University of Science and Technologies, Tsinghua University in Beijing, um, University of St. Gallen in Switzerland. You can go on our website and check all double degrees that we offer. In case you don't want to spend a whole year outside of HEC, you can opt to do a SEMS Alliance program. SEMS Alliance is an alliance of more than 30 institutions. HEC Paris was one of the founding members, together with ESADE, University of Bocconi in Italy, London School of Economics, and Cornell University. So you can spend one semester in one of the SEMS Alliance partner schools, and second semester you would be doing international business at HEC. So here again, you can see all kind of specializations that you can, that I was talking about before. So either our specialized masters or double degrees or Alliance program. The career path after master in management uh, is very different, really depends on your specialization, what kind of specialization you choose. Most students go to consulting, financial services, technology. Also, a lot of students go to luxury segment. A lot of students choose to stay in France after the master's degree. Around 16% choose United Kingdom as their next destination, especially if they want to work in financial industries. A lot of students stay in other European countries, Asia, and Americas. So the starting average salary is 66,000 euros per year. We organize 5 job fairs on campus, so during which more than 300 companies come to campus to recruit the best HEC students. So all the companies that you are dreaming about, or like Arthur D. Little, JP Morgan, Amazon, Google, they all come to campus to recruit the best students. Now, as we've covered our master in management, I'd like to talk a little bit about our campus and student life. Mm, I am currently on our green campus. It's situated in between Paris and Versailles. So it's really around maybe 15 minutes by car from Versailles. And if we're talking about Paris, I know we're called HEC Paris, but we are not actually in the center of Paris. We're in the little town that's called Juin-Josas, which is around 1 hour by public transportation from Paris. We guarantee on-campus housing for all our international students. So I really advise you, if you are an HEC Paris student, I advise you to stay on campus and not live in Paris, because you will really miss out a lot of campus life, a lot of campus events if you choose to stay on campus. We organize shuttle buses that are free of charge from our campus to Paris in the morning and in the evening. So Paris is super accessible for those of you who want to go to Paris. I have a lot of colleagues who live in Paris and work at HEC. When you're an HEC Paris student, you are never bored because we have more than 130 student associations, cultural, humanitarian, professional, artistic. So basically, so many sports that you can practice on campus. We have tennis courts, rugby fields, football fields, outdoor gym, indoor gym, martial arts, yoga, Pilates. You can practice all kind of sports on campus. We have a student canteen, more of a high-end restaurant on campus, food truck, various cafes, a huge library, and then my favorite part of our campus is our lake and our forest, where we have different jogging paths for our students. And in the morning in summer, it's really beautiful. We also have this year a beautiful swan family that had babies on our lake. So it's really, when you have free time in between your classes, it's a very nice time to take a walk. We have an actual castle on our campus where we organize different events for our students. If we have any important speakers who come to campus, they stay in the hotel that is situated in this castle. So basically, this is like in American movies that you were watching when you were a kid. As I'm an international myself, I'm not French. So when I came to campus working at HEC, I was really astonished because I've never seen that in my life. Like real campus life as in American movies that I was watching as a kid. So now I would love to give you some tips about the CVs. Basically, we don't really expect a match from your CV. The very simple, very concise, clear CV would be perfect. Try to make your CV one page. Don't forget to mention your education with your GPA, your professional experience, all internships that you've done, volunteering experience, extracurriculum activities, IT skills, languages that you speak, and then don't forget to mention your interests. That's also an important part of your application. My advice would be to put something that is really unique to your personality. Don't put just cooking, reading, traveling, because we read that a lot. I really advise you to put something unique that you're interested in. And then couple words about the interview preparation. You will be doing the interview with join school in France, but just couple of advices. Prepare your introduction. That's one of the most important parts of the interview. It's important to make a first good impression. Be punctual. Dress professionally, review your CV, and just do research about the schools that you apply for. So here you can see the tuition fees and living expenses for our master management. Um, as for living expenses, I would advise to think about around 1,000 euros per month, including housing. So on-campus housing is pretty cheap at HEC comparing to the prices that are in Paris. So it's around from 650 to 750 euros, depending on the room size. Where in Paris, I used to pay 950 euros for my small studio apartment. So it's a great deal. And then also 1,000 euros will cover your food, your compulsory insurances, sports and leisure on campus. I'll talk a little bit about our scholarships that we offer. So at HEC, we offer two types of scholarships: our merit-based scholarships and our need-based scholarships. So merit-based scholarships are very easy. So every admitted student to HEC Paris is automatically considered for our merit-based scholarships. So if case in case you're admitted to our master management, you'll be automatically considered. And 1 week after you receive the admission results, we will publish the scholarship results. So it's very easy. You don't need to write any additional essays. Send us any emails. In case we find out that you were admitted, we will automatically consider you for our excellence and women's high potential scholarship. Scholarships are go from 3,000 to 15,000 euros. We also this year launched need-based scholarship. For need-based scholarship, you would need to create an additional application on our portal. Same after after your admission, we will if you created your application, we will consider you for a need-based scholarship. Need-based scholarship will be judged purely on the financial situation of yourself and your family. As if we're talking about merit-based scholarship, we take into consideration the same things as we were taking into consideration during your admission. For scholarships, they are not cumulative, so you will not be able to cover more than 50% of your tuition fees, but around 40 to 45% of our students do get some financial support from HEC Paris. So thank you very much for your attention. If you have any question about our program, our master management, about school, and you want to know more, please don't hesitate to connect with us at admissionsmasters at hec.fr. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have. Um, about the school, about the program, the tuition fees, scholarships, anything, and I'll just be happy to connect with you. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Victoria, for this presentation. Very clear. So now let's move on Q&A session. So if you have any question, we can answer. So I'm reading on the chat. There is one question from Pratyush. So his question was, is there any word limitation for the motivation question? So I think you asked this question when I talk about joining school in France. So indeed, for each of the 5 questions, there is a word limitation of 500 characters per answer. So it's very limited, but the business school require this and in this order, you will have like your answer will be more precise and it will be more direct straight to the point. So yeah, there's a word limitation. So when you will be in this when you will be in answer when you will answer to this question, really take your time, because as I explained previously, your motivation answer will be used by the jury member to ask you some questions. So really take your time. So after, we have a comment from Clary Lee. So she said great advice about the civic. So I think it's when you talk about HEC Paris presentation. So it was very clear, Victoria.
Thank you.
Okay, so do not hesitate to write your question.
So I think this is the question
Thank you.
to
So
me.
Adele asks, is there difference between the amount of scholarships available in one month? Yeah, and one too. So you can reply.
So basically, the chances of you getting a scholarship in all rounds are the same. However, there are more people applying in round two than round one. So the earlier you apply, the better it is.
Yes, so Pratyush, so Adele, I think it's clear. And now I will answer to Pratyush. So it's not 500 words, it's 500 character. So it's very limited. So really take your time when you're in this point. So I think I'm clear. Do not hesitate if you have any question to me or to Jing. So what is a good grade score, Victor? I think it's for you, this question.
So if we're talking about our master management, our average score, a GRE score is 320. So I would say everything around these numbers would be a competitive score.
So Robin asked this question. So will I know which school accepts my application for the interview? Of course. So I will come back in the calendar. So, for example, Robin, if you apply to our run, to a second run, so the deadline will be on January 6th. After the deadline, I will check your application, come back to you if I need more information regarding the document that you upload. And so, end of January, I will send you an email with links of the 5 business schools to check your result. You connect on each school website to check if you are eligible for an interview. So, for instance, I hope for you you will have a 5 positive answer for the interview, and so you will have only one interview for this 5 business school, and so your interview will be with alumni. They will ask you question regarding your resume and your motivation answer. And after, the interview grid will be sent to a 5 business school who have made you eligible for this interview. But of course, you will know for which school you will have an interview. So I hope I'm clear. After we have a question of Young Zhao. So she say, while Victoria talking about campus and student life about HEC, she smiled, lol. I think those event and campus life, I cannot see must be pretty good. Hope I could go there in 2030 to experience what I'm getting for you all. So thank you for these comments, Yang Zhao, and I hope also you'll be accepted in HEC Paris if it's your choice and your dream. Okay, so Rachus asked another question. Is there any difference between apply directly to school and to join a school in France for each school? So I can answer, and if you want to add any comments, you can, Victoria. So Pratush, my advice will be if you go, for example, if you're interested to more than one business school, I would suggest you to apply to join school in France. But if you're only interested to HEC Paris, of course, it's better for you if you apply to the direct admission. But in your choice, if you're interested to ESCP, for instance, or schema, it's better if you apply to join school in France. So it will be your choice in your strategy to decide if I decide to apply directly to HC Paris because I only want HC Paris, or do I apply to join a school in France because my application will be sent to 5 business school. It's up to you. Okay, Okay, then we have a question of Danny. So, which type of profile would you recommend we get the letter of recommendation from? So, to join a school in France, you need to apply with two letters of recommendation. I'll go back on the slide. So, it's this one here. Two letters of recommendation. So, it can be two academic from your teacher or two professional from your manager if you have done some internship, or one academic, one professional. It's up to you. But my advice will be to have maybe academic recommendation letter because you apply to the Master in Management program. So it will be better to have academic letter of recommendation or at least one academic and one professional. But if you have only professional letter, we will accept. So this is from Joint School Influence point of view. Maybe Victoria, you will want to add some comments regarding this question.
So for us, one should be academic, one should be professional. The main advice is to really choose someone that you have worked closely with. So someone who can write not only just generalistic recommendation, but something that we can see is personal and that this person really knows you well. So the professor that you worked closely with on a study project or bachelor's thesis, or if we're talking about a professional, your direct supervisor. So don't opt for a recommendation from your colleague. Don't opt for recommendation from the dean of the school if you don't know him, if you've just seen them once, and just think that recommendation from a dean of the school will be better. No, we really prefer recommendation from someone who has worked closely with you.
Yeah, and also I would like to add that it's very important that we can clearly see the contact of your referee. So his email address or his phone number is very important to mention it. Then Danny asked another question. So my internship ran country where the English was not fantastic. So should I stick to academic? Why then? So should I stick to academic? So it's up to you, Danny. But as Victoria said, for HEC Paris, it's better to have one academic letter and one professional letter. So it's up to you to decide. If you want to apply two academic letter, you can also, but it's up to you.
Yes, both academic letters would work. So in case your professional recommendations are not that strong, you can choose to do both academics, and in this will never be a disadvantage. So for us, either one academic, one professional, or both academic.
Thank you. So Pratush asked, like for HEC on any school, is direct application given more preference than joining school in France? I don't know if you want to reply to this question, Victoria.
So for us, we treat students who apply through Join School of France the same way as we treat people who apply with direct applications. For us, there is absolutely no difference. So you have the same chances of being admitted if you just apply through JASIF or through direct applications. Again, as Helen said, I think that really is up to your strategy and how you want to work out your application. If you're interested in more than one school, if you really think I'm choosing in between HEC Paris and EM Lyon, and I don't really know what kind of school I prefer, then apply through JASIF. That will make more sense. But if you really just want to apply to HEC and you're not considering any other schools, you're interested in more than one, just master in management at HEC, then direct application will make more sense for you. That really depends what kind of strategy you have for yourself. If you really want to, I think that if you're open to more than one school, then JASIF will make more sense for you. But if you're really, your mind is made up on HEC, then try your luck with direct application.
Yeah. So thank you for this clear answer. So if you have maybe one or two questions less. So Pratish ask, can you have more than two letter in Jurassic? Two, it's okay, it's perfect. Don't need to add more letter of recommendation. I think two, it's perfect. The business school has only two letter of recommendation, so no need to add more. So if someone else has another question, and we will, if not, we will finish the webinar. Thank you, Pratish. Hope we were clear. Okay, so clearly, as do we have to write a preferred school in the essay question? So yes, you can, because so I will go back to the 5 question. So it's here. So we ask, how does your application add value to the business school? And please specify your preferred choice among our member school and why. So you can clearly precise your preferred school if you want. And also it can be also easy for the interview when you will be in the interview to talk about one preferred business school if you have one, and to express your motivation. So if you want to express, you can specify it. So someone is typing. I think we can answer to this last question, maybe. Okay, so I think, okay, so maybe, yes, we can write one last question before to close the webinar. Just for information, this webinar will be on YouTube. So if you want to watch again this webinar, do not hesitate, we will have a replay. Okay, so we'll reply to this last question of Kirtana. So it's if, for example, I put my preferred school as HEC, will it make my application less attractive to over school? So no, because this question, we talk about it with 5 business school, and they all agree to put this question in the form. So do not worry, it's your choice. If you want to specify it, you can, and it won't affect the other business school. Okay, so I think we can close this. You're welcome. So we can close this presentation. So thank you, Victoria, for this HEC presentation.
Thank you
Do
for
not
having me.
hesitate if you have any. Thank you. So do not hesitate to contact her directly if you have any questions. So I will, yeah, it's here. Here with here it's her email address. So do not hesitate. And for us, first I will advise you to go on our website because they have a lot of information on our website regarding the rule, our next webinar. And do not hesitate to follow us also on our social media. So we're on in all social media. It's Join Us School in France. If you have any question, you can send us an email. So thank you so much, and have a good day or good end of day. Bye bye.
Yes, I wish you the best day.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.